Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Sim Settlements 2. In this episode, we're going to acquire the Lighthouse in Coastal Cottage, which means we're going to have to deal with the wonderful, wonderful children of Adam and the truly inspiring message that they like to deliver to us Commonwealth inhabitants. So, without further ado, here we go. Okay, let's see how we want to approach this problem. We do have some landmines to deal with. Let's see if I can locate them real quick. Just so I don't
Workshop framework entries detected.
Back into one. Okay, we got that one. Maybe we can get a good angle on the guys up there. We're gonna need something that's a little bit longer. I don't see anyone right off. Okay.
Download resumed.
Let's go ahead and...
New location discovered.
Alright, let's see. I think they're in the house. Oh, there's one. That's definitely one. I did take time to put to upgrade my weapons here just a little bit. Oh, piece there. Alright, let's see if we can do it like this.
You cannot escape.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Entering killing mode. Critical damage available.
Okay. Wow, could it be that easy? Wait, is there somebody else up there? No, it's a leaf blowing. Okay, let's make sure there's no grenades.
Entering killing mode.
Okay. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a few more in that lighthouse. Wow, that was pretty light. Let's take a gamma gun. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the gun just in case. We'll take a melon, because I think with a melon we can craft... Wait, there's somebody in here. With the melons and carrots, I think we can craft a...
Do I hear whispers from the glow?
Cure disease. All right. Let's see. Wait, we got another one here. There she is. Whoops.
Surrender now.
Can I make it through here? I can't.
Do not test me, heretic. I shall find you.
Where did she go? She must be around.
The power of Atom shall reveal you to me.
Okay, where are you?
Feel Atom.
Ah! There we go. What did she have? What was that? That wasn't the normal rad gun. I was expecting to get completely obliterated. Okay. She had a zap vaporizer. That's fine. Alright, we have a lot of... Wait a minute, we got a lot of people! What is that? What is that noise? We gotta get some space here. What blew up? Oh my gosh, let's Rad-X. I don't know what's going on here.
Adam sees all, heretic.
Oh, wait, there is a dude way down there.
Download resumed.
Okay, we definitely have got some interesting issues here.
Entering killing mode.
They almost have vaporizers. Alright, we've got one more around here somewhere. Is that one? And I think there's one right there. No, that's Curie. Okay, yeah, we do have one somewhere. He is down there. Just saw him. Okay, Goldilocks. We got rid of that one. Wow, these guys are like gunners in a way. The thing that actually concerns me the most is those gamma guns. Oh man, those things are crazy. They cause so much damage so fast. I almost want to say that a gamma gun doesn't really need ammo. It just needs a radioactive source. But I could kind of see it as being a little bit too overpowered. But NPCs literally just need one.
Download resumed.
They literally, wonder what that does. Let's take a look at that. They literally just need one single ammo. Just one is all they need. Oh, that does like 135 damage. They need just one ammo. And then they can literally have literally unlimited firepower. So they can have a machine gun with just a single ammo. And it does make sense given how NPCs are coded, since they do have a tendency to waste a lot of shots. And I think that kind of game control AI, let's go ahead and do a hard save here. That kind of game control AI would be just slightly a little bit too difficult, or it would have too much overhead against the FPS. However, I think over time, distributed processing, once distributed processing is perfected, I believe that's going to be the way to do it. At least that would be the technique I would look for. So, in effect, instead of having a single giant core, a single giant GPU core, what you would have would be multiple cores. A very large card with multiple cores. And then these multiple cores would be incredibly specialized to where you could literally do parallel processing. But you would have to code it. You'd have to code the routines so that the rendered frame is not dependent upon all processes completing. So in a sense, what you would have is a hardware solution that would give you a rendered scene, and the quality of that scene would depend on the target frame rate that you're trying to hit. Okay, let's go up this way. I believe there is a, I don't think I can actually grab this, to be honest. I think there's a ghoul up there. No? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, settlements. The long and winding road that leads somewhere. A long and winding staircase, maybe? Okay. It must have called every single... Yeah, that's only 6 weight. I'll take that. And the question is, which way do I want to go? I think it's the other way. No, it's this way. Alright. Is he up here? I don't see him. Yeah, see, this time it didn't spawn a, sometimes it spawns... I'll take that. Sometimes it spawns a glowing one. Sometimes it does not. I'm not really sure what the logic, like why it's different from time to time. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and see if we can deal with some of these guys. I think I got him. That was probably by pure luck. Whoa, this dude is firing. I see him. Cool thing is, I see him popping out. I don't see anything else that way. What is that?
Entering
What the
killing
heck
mode.
is that? No, we don't wanna hit the turtle. Alright, let's go ahead and save this, and then let's try to loot some of that without becoming too irradiated. And then we're gonna have to deal with this worm. I don't think this worm can actually climb up these stairs. I don't think it can navigate
Download
it.
paused.
It's gonna be one of those problems with
Download resumed.
with clipping. It's the size of the hitbox. Yeah, he's stuck. I think to solve that problem, it needs, I'm gonna guess that the cheapest cost way, processing wise, is to give it one giant hitbox, just a giant hitbox, and let the animated NIF, the visual NIF, what you see, let that work inside of a hitbox. But the hitbox would be much, much bigger, and therefore you have a limited animation. Like, let's say a snake, you have a limited animation that has, where the texture is wrapping around the actual NIF, but the hitbox is much larger. And I think that by doing that, it means that NPCs cannot navigate things as well. They simply won't be able to navigate
Entering killing mode.
things like they should. Okay, so the only trade-off would be, it would be less intensive to have one gigantic hitbox covering the entire animated NIF, as opposed to, actually designing hit scanning and other types of ballistic things based on the actual visual NIF that you see. All right, let's see. We're gonna want an aspirin. I think that's my last aspirin. All right, what in the world was that? All right, let's do a quick save here. All right, let's drop our desk. We're gonna drop this desk, and then we are going to... Let's go ahead, it doesn't matter, we'll put it there. And we're gonna go ahead and select city plan. Start city plan. Use this city plan. Yes, tear it all down. Okay, all right. We'll let this work its magic. I really like Valence's deep clean and remodel, and I even like the rebuild all in one. The primary difference between the two, I think, where Valence actually goes in to change the
Download managed.
nav meshing, to literally change the nav meshing for the settlement. Some of the like at Hangman's Alley, one of the structures is you can actually scrap it, whereas in Rebuild All-in-One you cannot. But and then with Violence you can actually well, actually he kind of rebuilds some of the settlement structures in such a way that it's still kind of dilapidated in a way, but yet it's more structurally sound. Whereas Rebuild All-in-One literally lets you rebuild things back to how they were. So they kind of really have strengths and weaknesses. I used to have Rebuild All-in-One, and the only glitch I had was up in Sunshine Tidings, where for some reason it would show one of the cabins, one of the doors was sealed up, just like it was exactly like it was before I had
Workshop
actually
framework
done
entries
Rebuild.
detected.
And then Rebuild All-in-One lets you, over time, based on resources and materials, rebuild the different structures. So it's kind of, in a way, it's kind of immersive in that if you have enough resources, it requires so much resource to, let me grab all this stuff, to rebuild each building in Sanctuary. Each one requires so much steel, so much wood, things like that. And it looks really, really good. I don't know about these gamma gun guys. I died. These things are
New location
incredibly
discovered.
irritating. All right, let's see. I don't know if I can really make a run on this. No, there's other guys down there. I can see them. All right, are we stealthed? We are not. We still got one more. I can see it. Okay, we got incoming. There is something.
See the cowardice of the faithless?
Where is he? I don't really need all these gamma guns per se. I don't need the ammo. There's something else over there. Yeah, this is too much. These are getting too many rads here.
Someone is nearby. Perhaps they are friendly. I have survived it.
Oops, didn't want to hit that. Actually wanted to hit the tab key. Oh, God, I gotta find out how to make antibiotics. Alright, I think we've cleaned out this little nest. Boy, AI loves... You know, technically you cannot eat any of this meat. This meat is actually going to have radiation. Did I even take a rad X? Did that not last that long? Let's try that. Well, at least it had a nice... At least it had a nice fusion core in there. Don't really need any fusion cores, though. Alright, so we wiped this little construct out. I'm gonna get out of here before I get too many rads. These are accumulating quick. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and do a rad away here. get that out of my... Let's get that radiation out of my system. Okay, so now let's make it to... I believe we're going to hit... Let's go... Let's see. We need to go... We're on the wrong way here. We have Salem. We need to cross that way. So we need to point in that direction. Yeah, we got to go this direction. And how much you want to bet there's mines up here somewhere. Good old children of Adam. You can't, You know, from an immersion lore point, or from what is that? God, that's a lot of dudes.
Entering killing mode.
Lore perspective kind of a thing. It would have been nice if you could bring something radioactive to the children of Adam. That would have been kind of an interesting thing. Why is there a fence here? Does that lead down to something?
Entering killing mode.
I don't know what these guys are. Keep trying to check for landmines, but I keep grabbing the bugs. What is on the other side of this? Yeah, there's something that way. Where you could literally bring them... Is that Salem? What is that? Where is that? Yeah, I think that goes to Salem. I don't know what that is. It's like a gulper. I think that's a gulper. Alright. Oh, there's some ghouls. We'll let the ghouls deal. Yeah, I think that's a gulper. Right, let's see if we can get in here real quick. We'll discover Salem. Because right now, we pretty much have all the tools we need. Unless we get really... Wow, that dude's tough.
New location discovered.
Okay, Museum of Witchcraft. Ooh, I know where we're at now.
Workshop framework entries detected.
Right, let's take a look. I want this.
The chems effects are expired.
Okay, we'll hang...
New mission objective received.
We'll hang on to that right now. And we will save that for a later stream to pick up some of the additional things here. And we can stick just to trying to get our settlements. Now, what? It's a build... What is this? This is something here.
Entering killing mode.
I'm gonna take Kiri this way, and she's gonna wind up. Is that University Point? I think that's University Point. Or the convalescent motor.
New location discovered.
Oh yeah. Wow, there is see, I like, now this is an example of what I like with more ghouls. See here? I like that. Where it literally has, I mean, not more ghouls, but more,
There is something nearby. Identity.
more enemies.
Unit level increased.
Alright, little buddy, I do not want to...
New location discovered.
We may not be alone.
Take that. Alright, so we discovered that. Now we have to get across the water, so we're going to have to go that way. We can discover those places, we can get Coastal Cottage, and we can start building that. And then we can come back and hit some of these other locations. Let's get down in our little stealth mode here. Now, what is that?
Entering killing
Okay,
mode.
we do not want to kill that. That's just a doe. Doesn't mean us no harm. Now, you can see the shark from Life Finds a Way. It would be nice if an animator would help with animations. It kind of looks like a dolphin a little bit, but yeah, that's one of the things I really would like to see would be some animators, or even wow, they really clone some stuff. But that it has more life. It actually has a lot more life. But I'd like to see some animators and even some graphic artists come in and clean up some of the existing mods. So you almost would have a team of... Oh, no. Not these guys. They're down there. I can see them. Oh, the problem is they're gonna look. They're gonna hunt for me. So what I need to do is I need to get them this way. I need to let's kite them this way. Let's see if we can get an altercation between whatever that is and ghouls. Okay, let's see. We got something. We got something up top. What is that?
Entering
It's
killing
red
mode.
chicken. What is that? Like, what is that? Leonard Moore. Okay, he's got a bar of some kind of thing going. Wait,
Entering killing mode.
these are turkeys. Isn't there a wild carrot flower? Let me grab some of that. I used to brew something there in the either chemistry station or cooking station. I forget which one. Okay, there we go. That's Coastal Cottage. We got the guys across the bridge. So, Nakano's that way. We've got Coastal Cottage, and that's some kind of whatever this is. Oh, man. Okay, so,
Entering
let's see.
killing
Those are
mode.
survivalists. These is a new angle scout. I don't know what that is. Okay, so maybe that raider won't come. Let's see if we can isolate these guys. Yeah,
Entering
we want to
killing
get rid of
mode.
that dude. Okay. All right. So I think that clears the immediate vicinity of what I need. Maybe. I hear gunfire somewhere.
New
Oh, we got something
location
else up here.
discovered.
All right, let's see what we have. See, now I'm getting up to about that level. 25-ish, approaching 30 is about that level when things start getting a little bit easier. Okay, let's go ahead and... Something just went that way. I just saw it. I have no idea what it was. All right, let's go ahead and drop this. Okay. There it goes. Oh, God, it looks like a thrasher. All right, let's get that started. Oh, I was like, I was so close. Let me down. Let me down, guys. All right, let me loot these guys up. We'll discover the... Oh, what the... Oh,
Entering killing mode.
they put these guys here. Oh, isn't this just a little slice of perfect here? They're gonna be on me for it releases. Just a little slice of wonderful. What in the world? It grabbed me again. Like, what? It literally, I just exited out and it put me in again. That's one of those, I'm beginning to wonder if somehow threads are getting started twice. Maybe script or threads are starting twice here. Okay, we gotta save this because...
Workshop framework entries detected.
Look at this guy. He's like, I got this covered, boys. Let's see if we can get them lined up here. Alright, we've got do a quick save. Now we can get over here and get. We got one more. I see one more on the horizon. Well, at least we got rid of the ghoul pot. At least we got rid of all these ghouls. That's a plus. Are building our settlement up. We're getting this built up for now. I'm curious. You know, it probably wouldn't have hurt to run. I'm thinking it wouldn't hurt to actually run a. Are you serious? We just dealt with this mess. Alright, it probably wouldn't hurt to run, let me do a hard save here, to raise my settlements, and then do the, I see something coming from that direction. And then do the, build, you can't jump over that canyon, we don't want to get trapped in there. Raise settlement first, and that will literally put into the workshop everything, you know, resources that might be laying around. That is a lot of guys there. That is a whole lot of guys. What are they? Okay, those are raiders. I can't even blow them up. Makes sense. There we go. Found that time. Whoa! Who's shooting? Who is shooting? What is shooting? God, there's more. I can see them. All right. These things are everywhere. You know what? I think the mod author needs to come up with a bunch of t-shirts. You know, a t-shirt's like, I love boom bugs. I love rad roaches. Something. Okay, what's shooting? That's another one. Erratic, well, that makes sense. That can't be good. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can do some kind of quick grab.
Workshop framework entries detected.
Like that. Alright, what was that? I just seen something. Like that. I think we're starting to get some carry weight on us. Now I know there's a ghoul thing down below, and as fun as that would sound, 210, 290, I'll take that. Let's discover this. got some. We do have a crab over here. A nuclear grenade. I actually do. Let's see if we can take this thing out with a nuclear grenade. God, that thing is resilient. Wait a minute. Ah, it choked them out. Whoops. I want the ammo. I'll take the plasma pistol. Alright. Because we're definitely going to have to head back to Sanctuary, and I wonder if we can take this thing down with some straight out hits. Let's see. So we can get its attention. I don't think that had as much health as whatever that thing was over there. I really don't believe this has as much health. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a quick loot here. I'll take that. Okay. Alright, so that gets me. There's a lot of guys in here, I think. Okay, so that nets me 3 settlements this way, and then some locations that we might want to clear.
New location discovered.
Map of fish packing. He's got some packing. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to head back, unless I unload on Curie. Alright, let's do that. And that way we can take out the fish packing plan as we go. Alright, Curie, I'm going to have to unload some stuff on you. Let's get rid of that. I'll give her that. Doesn't weigh much, but we'll get rid of that. That one. Vaporizer. Let's give her the gamma guns. We're dropping down to about 188. It's about 100 pounds of carry weight. Okay. Alright, that looks good. Okay. Let's see back this way.
Yes.
And now I'm thinking that what I might want to do is head back to Sanctuary. I need to go back to Sanctuary and make sure... Ooh, 50 plus capacity. I think I want that. Let's see. Take all that stuff. Yeah, we want that. We need to get back to Sanctuary, and that way we can use a completely different backpack, courtesy of backpacks of the Commonwealth. So he's got -1 agility. That will definitely give us 20 more pounds of carry weight. So in a pinch, I can definitely equip that. Soviet machine gun. Grab some fish on ice. Almost looks like there's still some industry there. There's still something there where they're still actually trying to capture or produce fish. Or fish. Netfish. Don't want the assault rifle. Night vision. Oh, it is tempting. Oh, it is 50 caliber. No, it's 45 caliber. Ooh, that is tempting. Just to have a 45 cal weapon I can use. I believe there's a... If you notice on the radar, there's little blue squares. Those are entrances, and you can I think you can enable or disable those. So you can show there's a lot more options you can show using that little mini map. Not just what you see there. How do we look here? 195. All right. Probably. Let's go ahead and see if we have something that we can cook. Warm up. Yeah, we're taking warm still. Alright, let's do a quick save, and let's knock this one out.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
Okay, let's go with a little bit more natural light here. It's going to make it easier to see some things.
The sensitivity of my sensors.
Question is, which way do I want to go?
Hello.
I might go this way, and then see if we can loop back around.
I was in error. No enemy detected.
Goodbye. Goodbye. When am I gonna come down? When are we going to land? See, I should have stayed on the farm. I should have listened to my. Oh, gosh. I'm gonna be loading forever. We're gonna get killed again.
Movement detected. Curious.
Okay, there appears to be... What was that? Can I do a load here? What did that say? There appears to be... What was that? Was that IDEC? It looked like a different message. Let me check that again.
I am tired of silence.
Okay, good. Same message. I didn't pay any attention to that.
Curious.
Alright, let's try this one more time.
The sensitivity of my sensors clearly needs adjustment.
Where's
Entering
the
killing
bloody
mode.
mine? Alright. I think Bethesda picked that up from, I think they got those ideas from Vegas, where Vegas was very, very sneaky in how they... There it is. Very, very sneaky in how they planted mines literally all over the place. They put them under traffic cones. Oh my god, they put them literally... They hid them. They even had buried mines. Literal mines that were buried underground. Now, in a way, let's see what we've got here. So, in a way, that was very clever. Very, 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 very clever. I think Fallout 3 did it a little bit when they had the explosives in a buggy. You know, they put bombs. I believe it was Fallout 3. They put the explosives in a baby buggy. They just could have used it so much more effectively. or not, well, I won't say effectively. They could have used it more often and literally made the environment a little more dangerous, making the perk, yeah, that goes to the roof, makes the perk where you can see mines more visible, make that really something that you might want to consider getting, especially if you do a lot of exploring. All right, it looks like this area is clear, but I do hear ghouls. Not ghouls, but I do hear Institute Sense. And the first thing that popped in my mind was that the older lady there in Diamond City, she kind of
Workshop
pauses.
framework entries
She
detected.
pauses at her words in a very interesting way. And I don't know if I can do it. I'd have to hear it, and then literally kind of play around with the intonation a little bit, or the way that she accents certain things. She might be a synth. You know, she has that kind of almost that drunken inflection. What is that?
In error. No enemy detected.
Okay, we got a dead end there. We got to go this way. All right, this puts us back where we started. So all that leaves is down. Let's make sure we don't have any.
Are you attempting an ambush? Overactive sensors. Nothing more.
I wonder if we can make it through here. All right, Curie. We are going to need to go down there. This guy's missing half his body. All right, get on the elevator. See, one of the problems, you see how I went to go for that button? One of the problems with the way that Bethesda programmed the basic companion AI, especially for Dogmeat, is he tries to act like he's really weak. It tries to give the illusion that he really is with the player, and he's excited to be there because he's trying to anticipate where the player's going, and then very excitedly run there and jump, or not jump, but run to the run ahead of the player. But the problem with that is when you're trying to go for like that button, if he decides to run in front of the player, that means that he is going to go right back off the elevator. He's going to run right back off the elevator, and then we're going to have to find a way to get him to get into, to basically say, I need you to go to the elevator or go to this location and stop. So I think that a person could look at it and say, well, it's nice to be able to quote command your companions. That's really a cool feature. But to actually be honest, I don't, and this is just my opinion. I believe that the reason Bethesda put in things like go to, oh, no, we can't do this. We can't do this, guys. We gotta, that's what I was afraid of. Yep. That's the problem. Whoa, back up, buddy. Get back. I'm gonna shoot Curie.
Sustaining.
Resuming combat operation.
Whoa, that was close. So the reason to put all those features in, like let's say I want that. I do want the component. I don't want a cutter tool. So the reason to put all that in would be to overcome limitations in the game engine or in design. So it has the elements, like everything is here. Literally everything is here. So all of the elements are a game. All the elements required for an RPG or kind of even an adventure game, because there is some adventure to this,
Sweet.
is right here. But it's not fleshed out is the problem. It's almost like during a meeting. I do want that. It's almost like during a meeting they had a you know, like a developers meeting, and in the process, let's see, I don't want a laser pistol. In the process, somebody brought to the table, okay, we need to have these features. These are the kind of features we want to have. So from a game developer's point of view, that would be part of that process. You know, part of that, we need to do this. We need to have these features in the game. And once those features were implemented, let's see, I'll take that.
You should wash your hands after that.
Once those particular features were implemented, and it worked to a very minimal degree, then development on those features or continual improvement on those features came to a standstill. So, in other words, you know, we need better lighting. That's a given. We need better graphics. We need to be able to handle more graphics. So it included the files that are used to the resource files that are used to hold all the resources. Let's see if we can knock some of these guys out here. God, there's a bunch. So this guy looks like he's too much figuring out what's going on. And this is not really good. This is not a good situation. I can't even see through the fire. Okay, Curie's down. God, look how many are out there. There's like a dozen. There's like a dozen of them. Holy smoke.
Possibly.
Oh, guys. Whoa! That one kind of snuck up on me. We're gonna need to save this. I don't think so. Don't be picking up stuff like that. We still got some more incoming. There is one coming in quick.
Critically damaged. Repair possible.
Okay, we've got at
Workshop
least 2,
framework entries
4.
detected.
We got 2, 4, 7, 9. We got at least 9 more somewhere around through there. God, that's a lot of dudes.
It would appear my target has disappeared.
Technically, I didn't disappear. Wait, I see him now. Good golly. Man, that was a lot of
Workshop
dudes.
framework entries detected.
Alright, let's loot all this mess up. And hope we don't get shot in the process.
I am equipped with the most advanced institute sensors available. I will find you.
We're approaching our limit here. I would have loved to have picked up most of these weapons. If I was really going to arm up a settlement, I would definitely have picked up most of these weapons. All right, where did he go? There he is.
Do you hear something?
I don't think we have many left, so that's a plus. That is a definite plus. Good, we got some more water. Okay. I think we were already... No, we weren't. Institute heavy laser rifle. I don't think we were here. Yeah, I think this is the... I would have thought this was the boss chest area.
Gone. Excellent.
Now, from a random spawn point of view, I would love to see some scripted spawns. So as an example, here, I would have loved to have seen raiders attacking the place. So as I go upstairs, let's say when I go upstairs, again, to tie in the different environments, we can clearly see raiders. Raiders are here. God, I want that. We can clearly see raiders in the building. The Institute obviously showed up and eliminated the raiders. We can see that. And once you're here with the Institute, you know, as you're dealing with the Institute. So once the Institute is dealt with, they respawn. There's the chest. They respawn in the upper level. So you'll have to deal with them not only again in the upper level, but you're going to have to deal with them once you leave the facility, once you leave the plant. It would have been nice if, as you go up there, raiders were trying to retake. They were coming back in trying to retake the packing facility. They're trying to retake the plant. That would have been really, really nice to see. So it would really tie in the fact that the raiders are actively trying to take locations. It would need to be scripted. Come on, Kiri, where are you?
Is someone present?
See, they're already up there.
Movement
So
detected.
we've got to get her in here so we don't leave her behind. Let's do this just in case we accidentally, somehow she decides to
Please reveal
anticipate
yourself.
our every move.
Need
The raiders would be
sensitivity.
trying to
Online
take the
sensors
facility
clearly needs
again.
adjustment.
So you would actually be in the middle
Hostile sensor
of a
reading.
conflict. Oh, God,
Something
this is
nearby.
bad. You'd be in the middle of a conflict. Oh, I think I worked myself into a jam here.
Entering killing mode.
You'd be in the middle of a
Critical damage
conflict between
available.
raiders and synthetics. Where are they
Entering
going?
killing mode.
Somebody actually had said that with... Oh, that's going to
Entering
blow up in
killing
my
mode.
face.
Your AP is too low.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. Okay, so let's see. Okay, there's a crash.
You have died.
Fabulous.
All right, let's go ahead and toss up our little crashing screen here. And let's see if we can launch it right back out. There are too many guys in here. Wow. Okay, there's our second in-game crash and see what, let's see what we have. Let's take a quick moment. We'll jump right back into the game. That one's a little obscure. All right, here we go. Back in we go. Oh man, there's a lot of them up there. I think what I should have done is when I got rid of the 2 synths, they're all going to come running straight at me. So what I needed to do was actually go back up I need to go back up to run. I need to go backwards towards the back of the building. I think that's away from them because they're already actively looking. And I know I'm gonna have to talk a lot, but it's still gonna pick up this title screen here. Probably need to fire it off and then mute the game so this doesn't show up. They don't mind. They really, when I stream these, they actually flag them as a copyright thing, but that's more automated. Oh god, let's see. We gotta figure this one out. It's more automated than anything. But they always, with Fallout 4 and stuff, especially if like the opening song, they'll be like, okay, that's the opening song to Fallout 4. Okay, this is incredibly bad. Let's see.
Odd. My scanners must be malfunction. Hostile sensor
I
reading
hear you, buddy.
detected.
Alright, we gotta see if we can get out of this. Let's see if we can get up here. Probably gonna get shot in the back. I'm not even gonna look. Yep. Not that. I'm already crippled. Jesus Christ, guys. God. God, there's just too many of them. Okie dokie. Let's try it
I
again.
was in error. No enemy detected.
Probably could wait. Let me get over here. Let me get over here by these barrels. I got one grenade.
Hostile sensor reading detected. Hostile sensor reading detected.
Oh, come on. Come on. There are too many. There are so many here. There is something we can try. Maybe. I need to see where they're coming from.
Remain undetected sensors. Nothing more.
God. You know what we can try? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Alright,
Sensor reading detected.
well, that was uneventful. What if I get some grenades up there?
Why are you hiding?
Are you attempting an ambush?
Enemy unknown.
Whoa, what kind of gun do I have?
No good.
Okay, well, this worked out a little bit better. Let's see. There's still a bunch.
Workshop framework entries detected.
Let's go ahead. We're gonna need, we got one of them.
Gone.
I may have detected unusual behavior.
We still got 3, 4, 5. There's still 5 up there somewhere.
Now I understand. You are hiding because you fear death.
Question is, where? Okay, I think we got more coming in. One thing you gotta hand it to
I
the
know you are
Institute,
still
they
there.
definitely have a lot of disposable dudes. Oh, this is a bad idea.
I
Let's
am no longer detecting an enemy presence.
looks like he's right there. Alright, so this is gonna be a bad idea, but we will make the effort nonetheless. I'm gonna need a clear shot.
this what is called a scoop?
Entering killing mode. Critical damage available.
There is something nearby. Identity unknown.
Whoa, did I break something again?
Resuming combat objective. I am feeling someone is near. Oh, yes.
Engaging
We
at
appear
minimal
to be
distance.
under fire. Later, I will review these logs for relevant data.
Oh, whew, we survived. Okay, thank goodness for them hunting me down. Okay. Let's see how we look. No, we're fine. All right. I thought we somehow magically were crippled. With MAME, it's brutal. I get crippled a lot. Like, a lot. Okay, what is that? To freeze melee attackers. What is that? A 33-pound chess piece? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't want that. But I will take that and that. Institute plasma rifle. I can take that. Synth component. God, that's got 47 damage resistance. Wow, that is crazy. That has a lot of damage resistance. Wonder if I take a look at... we take a look at this. Let's see what am I wearing as far as... let's see. Chess piece. Yeah, see, that only has 19 damage resistance. That is 47. Man, that is insane. Okay. That is insane damage resistance.
To talk with the Institute would be a dream. So many marvels they have created.
Alright. Well, we survived. We definitely survived. But now we need to make it outside. So now... see, this would have been cool, again, if the raiders attacked at this moment. This would really be something cool. Okay, so... we are going to exit out the top of the building. I think going out the front door would probably be a bad idea, because I think we're gonna... I know there's sense out there. But what we need to do is we need time to adapt to their attacks. We're gonna need time to adjust and adapt. So things coming in too quickly is gonna be a bad thing. Alright, we don't really have anything up here I don't think that I need. Yeah, I think we already looted that. Are you serious? Okay. So let's go ahead and exit the building. Exit stage up. Okay, let's switch back over to get our thermals up. We can't really, we're not going to be able to Peter Pan off this building. Let's get a hard save down. We can't Peter Pan off this building if we get in trouble, so there's no easy way out. This may not be as bad as what I thought. Well, that was relatively easy, except for those guys. Okay, let's see. We're gonna need to get some impact grenades. We're gonna need these. I hope that it doesn't, it's going to spawn them a little bit away from me. There they come. There's a pack of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to let the Institute deal with some of these guys. We're going to let them thin out the pack. And that will give us a chance to get them together like that right there, to where we can just take out a chunk. I think that's it. I believe the bulls drawed in. I believe they were able to draw in. No, that is not the case.
Something nearby. Identity unknown.
So we've got more down there somewhere. Oops, I just seen him take off. Where you at, buddy? There you are.
Unit level increased.
Perhaps they are friendly.
I think we got him. Okay. Yeah, it's so much easier when you have room to maneuver. You're able to get in and out quickly. I think if I'd had more space, I probably would have gathered more weapons. I know, I'm so tempted to take that one out. We'll save him for a later time. He's kind of stuck at the moment. I don't know why he's holding out over there. Like, he literally won't leave that. He literally won't leave that spot. Like, he's just stuck. Like, he's literally... He won't leave. Like, I've seen ducks and other creatures literally running across the bottom of a, bottom of the lake or the pond without any regards to whether they're in water or not. So I don't think that would make... I'll take the component. That would make a lot of difference. Let's see, Institute maintenance. I just want the component. And then we'll need to hop back to send component. And then we'll need to hop back to Sanctuary and regroup. We can get rid of all of the... I wish the synth armor was more... I wish it had a better design to it. That would have been nice. Let's see. Okay, we're good. Let's get back over here. I think I took out 2 this way. We'll go ahead and loot them. And then we're going to head back to Sanctuary and unload everything. And we're going to need to let the... We're going to need to let the settlements build up a little bit before we are done. Okay, let's do a hard save. And then let's see if we can make it to Sanctuary. Because I believe we still have 3 settlements building. Okay, we're safe from feral hunters.
Hey,
Let's go ahead
be of
and
assistance.
get all of this stuff out of Curie, because we can save some space. Oops, we don't want to give her that. All right. Let's see what else we have that we can get rid of. Tesla Science. Save all of those. Bobby pins. Gotta find a place to put these bobbleheads.
Huh?
Okay, we're gonna have a lot of stuff in here I would have imagined. Acrobat's Poultice, temporary increased movement speed. Well, that might be something I might want to keep. See, comics, carrot, flour. I'll keep the bug, cook bug. Disease cure. Okay, yeah, I crafted that. I actually crafted that for Oberland Station, but I think if I read it correctly, it only lasts for a couple days. So, don't know what this does. 12% HP, cures illness. Okay. What I do need, though, is... I'll keep just one of those. Take 5, put the rest back. Okay, stim packs are fine. Let's go ahead and unload some of these. I'm going to want to give Curie some once I get her into her synth form. But like like I had mentioned in the previous episode, Curie has a lot of pre-war data. She said she has a lot of pre-war data. And, or at least the protagonist, the player's character, the protagonist, had mentioned that Curie has a lot of pre-war data, so she's going to want to become, she needs inspiration. This thing does 10 damage. That definitely doesn't work. I have no idea what's up with that. It's like it's sending a flare. All right, so we'll get rid of that. Institute Plasma Rifle. Sap Blaster. Don't want that one. I'll keep the Smart Fragmentation. We'll get rid of the EM just in case. I don't want the Vaporizer. Pulse Grenade is fine. 1, 2, 3. Let's just keep 3 of these. All right, that gets us back to a normal weight. But so if her intelligence drops, then that makes no sense, because a synthetic is made by the Institute, which is more modern technology, as opposed to a Mr. Handy, which was a pre-war technology. All right, let's see. What do we need? We need strong back. I don't think I can get that one yet. And that's about it. So that gives me 50 carry weight. However, the problem be... Okay, that has lead belly. Strapped water bottle. Yeah, I don't think I can do strong back, but I will take a look. And that will at least give us more carry weight. Alright, let's see. What can we do? We have 4 perk points. We're approaching 31. We have to get 39. Wasn't science up in the 30s? I think there was a science... which was, there we go. I do want that one. Next one's at 41. All right, let's go up here to strength. It's going to be underneath the strength section. So strong back needs 6. So we can add 1 there. We'll take strong back. And I think that way we can get rid of the penalty. We can get rid of our... Reception. I think I want to... Let's pick up more endurance. Okay. But anyways, like I was saying with Curie, so the Institute would, the a synth would be newer technology, and therefore should be able to process more data. So to literally say, yeah, that gives us 60. Yeah, we'll definitely take that. Yeah, we want that. So she should have more processing power, not less. So for her to lose intelligence makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. That really doesn't make any sense. All right. Okay. So we are going to... Let's go ahead. While we're here, let's go ahead and rest up. We're going to go ahead and rest up. I do not know where to put the bobbleheads, though. Like, I don't know how well this... I don't know what the limit of this building up is. I'm not really sure.
Sometimes I make little sense. I will work on this.
Let's go ahead. I want to back this up just a little bit. Just before nightfall. So I'm not sure how far the settlements are going to build up on their own. From what I understand, they are level 1, but I don't know what that means overall. I don't know what the overall layout of the settlement is going to look like. To know exactly what I've got to work with here. All right, let's go ahead and do a hard save. And out we go. Let me get a drink of water. And we are getting ready to approach nighttime. What was that? What was that, man? There was a... Oh, gosh, guys. It was one of those, like, funny videos, funny animals, where he kind of did this thing with his voice. He's like, daytime, nighttime, daytime, nighttime. Like that. He kind of just changed the pitch of it a little bit. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do a hard save here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. And when we come back, we're going to see if we can get Sanctuary completed. So we can continue on with the Sim Settlements 1, or Sim Settlements 2, Chapter 1 quest. So I hope everybody has a good morning. Get some coffee in hand, or some good warm tea, spice tea. Put you a little star anise in it, some cloves, a little bit of cinnamon, maybe some turbinado sugar, or just drink it straight up. And yeah, everybody have a really good morning, and take time to kind of look around and just enjoy the things you have. And I will check back in on the next episode of Let's Play Sim Settlements 2.